Take one.
Take one. Take one, take two, take three. We'll take as many as we want.
Yes, because here at our house,
everything's good for the taking.
We can take as many takes as we want. Yeah. We can take it all. That's right. I'm going to take a sip of coffee real quick.
Take all the sips you want. We're all about a life of extravagance. That's what we're about.
Uh-oh. Was that?
What was that?
Was that the goddamn dog? That would make sense.
No.
She's boning it up.
She's boning. She's got a bone.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Hey, baby, what's up with you?
Oh my gosh, I'm not a whole lot. I'm just, really excited to be here, chilling with you on this beautiful afternoon.
It's not that beautiful.
It's a little smelly and rainy. It's a little wet outside right now, which is why we're podcasting.
Yep.
Because what else would I do?
Yeah.
Than go into my room and just be, on a microphone and just talk about this stuff.
Is where you feel the most safe.
This is where I feel the most safe.
You can't tell your secrets unless they're being recorded through a mic. Yeah.
I'm sitting. This is the same chair that I sit in when I do therapy, and podcasting is kind of like therapy for most men who refuse to see a therapist. They're like, "Why? I have a podcast. What do I need to see a therapist for?"
That's right. What a hot take.
The whole world is my therapist.
That's right. Everyone's going to have to listen to this.
Everyone has to listen to this, and it's everyone else's job to make me work on myself.
Yep.
Not the other way around.
No awareness. Let's not look inward.
Yeah. So I'm doing both. So
you're looking inward and outward. You're looking all words.
Yeah. I'm looking at every single word and I'm saying, what does this mean?
Oh, hold on. Pause. What's all this about?
What do these words mean?
Can I get a translator?
Well, they're not union, so no.
Okay.
So what's up, babe? I missed you so much. You were gone. You were gone for days.
I was gone for a day.
You were gone for 6 days.
That's incorrect.
It felt like 6 days.
Oh, you're obsessed with me.
I am. I mean, it's only really takes a couple hours for you to be gone before I'm like, where the fuck is she?
I know, before your whole world crumbles.
Yeah, it's really lonely.
That's remember when I said the therapy thing just a second ago? It's part of it.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
It is sad because, I'm like, as a young adult in my early 30s still, well, not mid, it's hard to meet friends and go out and be and I'm like, oh, it's because I'm in my 30s now that I have trouble. I've always had trouble doing that, and it's very hard to just text people on Saturday night and be like, hey, you want to do something?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, because they're like, oh, fucking hang out, duh.
Wow. You should have better friends if they all sound like that. Fuck that.
What are we gonna do? Look at each other at a bar and be like, oh, you're a person now.
It kind of feels like you're the one creating this a little bit. Yeah, it feels a little self-created.
I do think to myself, like, I'll have these thoughts where, I'll see like a show, like a comedy show, and be like, I could just go to that show.
Yeah.
I could just go.
Yeah.
But then I in my head, I start thinking about this, like the anxiousness of being in a scenario where it's like, I'm at this bar. I'm at a show.
Yeah.
These are people that I don't really know, but I'm maybe seeing a little bit more often now that I'm doing open mic sets more often, but I'm not like tight with any of them, so I can't just like text one of them and be like, hey, are you going to the show? You want to go check the show out? Right. And so it's like now I'm in this like purgatory gray area where it's like, am I gonna see people that I kind of know and then be like, hi there, great stuff, I really liked, and then it's like, oh, and then I'm like, and then they're like, who's this guy? And then it's like, we gotta, all right, bye. And then, and then it's like, and they're gonna be like, oh, does he want to hang out? What is he? What?
What is this world you are
This
creating?
is it. This is what it is.
You have created a world in your mind that you are just an annoying piece of shit. In your head, you're the fucking worst to be around.
Yeah.
And you are a bother. That's what I'm hearing.
I was picking up pizza last night at this local pizza place called Diorio's. And I was like, I'm sitting there getting the pizza, and it's a to-go order. And I'm like, I'm talking to the bartender, and she's like, yeah, it's not ready. If you want to wait a few minutes, it'll be out in a second. I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, you can just hang out. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm hanging out at this table by myself, playing my Star Wars game.
Playing your Star Wars game.
And I see this, 5 or 6 people hanging out in the bar area, having some drinks, watching the Olympics. And I sort of don't even think they really know each other, but they're just at the bar talking about the Olympics. And I'm like, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. A couple of professional podcasters here in the room.
I'm sorry.
I
thought I had it.
Oh, so close.
I'm so close to just doing it.
I said Olympics, and you just got all this pressure.
Flustered.
Yeah, you're like, I'm an Olympian right now of placing microphones
I'm doing a poor job.
And stands carefully.
Yes.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, I was gonna hold the microphone the whole time, but then I got tired.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's hard.
You have to have grip strength.
And I don't.
And a steady wrist.
None of those things.
No.
That's a wobbly wrist I got.
Anyway, so back to me. We were at the bar. I was at that bar, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm waiting for my pizza. I'm like, man, I bet it'd be so cool to just go over there and just have a drink and be like, hey, the Olympics, right? And I'm just
again, who is this guy? Who is this guy? I don't fucking know this dude. Yeah. That's not who you are.
Well, that's what's funny about it is I'm thinking about like, oh, they wouldn't want to talk to me. And then like the very couple of short exchanges I'm having with like the staff, it's just like all super cordial. I'm just like, yeah, great. Yeah.
Delightful.
Thank you so much. This is great. You have a great night. She's like, yeah, you too. Have a great night, man.
Sir, you're a delight.
And then a guy, as I was leaving, there was a guy kind of coming out also, but he was like kind of just almost too far away from the door for me to hold it open for him. And so I didn't. But then again, I keep doing this move where people will be just far enough where I'm like, should I hold the door open? And then I don't. And then it closes, and then I'm like, and then they're right up on it. I'm like, let me go get that door. And then I open the door, and then he comes out. I'm like, sorry, this was all my fault. And he was like, and I didn't say that. I was just like, sorry about that. He's like, he was like, buddy, you're fine. I'm like, thanks, man. You have a good night.
He holds you. He looks at you deep in the eyes, and he goes, buddy, you are going to be just fine in this world. You have got a heart of gold, and I can tell that you are not annoying to be around.
You want to hang out?
Yeah. Hey, you want to hang out sometime?
You want to do some Cocoa Puffs? I got a box in the car.
Misdirected.
I keep, in case of emergencies.
Cuckoo for those Cocoa Puffs.
Cases.
Sure am cuckoo for those Cocoa Puffs.
Got me off cocaine. So that's
Yeah.
And then I just eat my pizza and I just watch Stargate the rest of the night.
Yeah, and that's fun.
When I'm not with you, I'm not with you, that's how it always goes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know, that's true.
It's upsetting.
Yeah, I feel like you, and I definitely don't think you're alone in this, but putting yourself in this position of people don't want to hang out with me. I'll be annoying. I'm a burden, or I'm being intrusive in some way.
Yeah.
When they're also adults and they can just say yes or no.
Yeah.
Like you are just simply asking a question, and most people are too nervous. So honestly, you're doing some of the work that other people aren't doing. It makes it easier. Oh shit! Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
I'm doing so much work. I'm assuming I'm like, you don't want to hang out.
You don't want this, right?
Trust me.
You're only nice to me every single time you see me and actually enjoy having a conversation with me. Ew, you don't want to hang out.
I was talking to a guy that I work with, and he's like, what's your social life like? Do you hang out? He's like, because I don't really have friends. I'm like, oh, first of all, that's very sad. I have plenty of friends.
I'm super popular.
Despite everything I just said.
Clearly.
And I'm like, yeah, man, I get it. Like, I think, at a certain point, you work, and then you're done, and then you're tired, and then you're like, I don't want to do anything.
So hard.
But I also low-key think he was like trying to get some friend stuff going.
Yeah, he was trying to friend it up.
Yeah, which I would friend that person.
Yeah.
I should friend that person.
You should friend them.
Yeah.
Friend up.
Friend worker.
Yeah.
They say frenemies, but no one says fro worker.
No, fro worker.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's
You don't like
that
that
one's correct.
Because that could be a couple different things.
Yeah, I think it's confusing. Because it's like one of your work, people say like work buddies or your work acquaintances, but I like a little combined word.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love combined words.
I always combine words. If I can combine a word, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
What's your favorite word to combine? What's a recent one that you really want to put your name on?
You're really putting me on the spot here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one off the top of the dome. If I had to dome it up, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
How many years have you done improv?
Several years.
X number of years.
Doesn't matter. Don't be so... You're being intrusive now into me in my life. Listen, you're over here like, you how many years of improv? I was trying to do that character you just did where he's like, I don't know. Doesn't know how to talk to anyone. Asking people about the Olympics like some weirdo.
Yeah. Have you been paying attention to the Olympics?
Yes,
there's been a lot of controversy already.
Really? There's drama? There's Olympic drama?
I mean, I don't know. Just on the subliminal flashes I get through TikTok, it sounds like there's been some drama. I'm not actually watching any of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, don't do that, obviously.
But what were you going to say about?
Well, I've seen a little bit of it. I saw that they just keep adding new sports. I mean, I don't know what they had before. I don't know what they have now. I don't know what they're gonna have.
Yeah.
They keep adding them, and I get overwhelmed by too many choices. So now it just feels like a lot.
Yeah.
They have they have women's motocross. That's a sport.
Oh, that's fun.
I know, isn't that fun? Oh, good for them.
That's so wonderful.
I'm glad women have a space. That's what they need.
Are they good at it? I guess they'd have to be, right?
Are they good at it? Nope, they're all really bad. They're just really trying to make those women feel good about themselves.
Yeah. Are all the Olympics gendered?
Yes.
Does it really matter if you're a male or female just to
except
jump over a pole or something?
There was badminton, and that was co-ed.
Badminton was co-ed? Yeah. That was the one co-ed.
They're like, listen, it does not matter. It really don't matter.
If you can do this while you're, just 30% margarita mix, you can. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the bar. That's how they can tell.
Hardcore badminton.
Extreme.
They're made of lead.
Oh God.
I just feel like that's just the most dainty sport.
It does feel dainty.
Is that are you jerking my chain? There's no way that's a real Olympic game. Badminton?
I'm being as serious as I've ever been.
That's
my entire life.
Because they're like feathers almost. Like the way they just have no weight on them. And so it's like, you really feel like you're hitting air.
I was watching Korea versus another country that I don't know if it was. I don't think they were American.
Yeah.
It was white people. I don't know what they were.
Do you think North Korea participates? They probably don't participate in the Olympics, right?
Surely they don't.
Do you think they have their own Olympics when the other Olympics are on?
And maybe we're doing our own thing.
Yeah. and they just doctor all the scores to just be higher than whatever score. It's like if it's like basketball, it's like, oh look, both teams scored 8,000 points. Look how much better we are than the rest of the world.
Wow, so impressive. Y'all wish you were here.
Yeah. That's what we say in North Korea.
That's what we say. Y'all wish you were over here, don't you?
Y'all wish y'all was over here.
That's right. It's nice here. Y'all wish.
I watched an interview with a North Korean defector.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, what was the biggest culture shock for you when you left North Korea? And first of all, he looked very unwell. Like he looked like you know how like people can be pale, but then like it's like there's like redness around their eyes.
Yes, it's very unsettling.
Like there's like a immune deficiency thing happening.
Yes, there's a sickness.
He looked like that, and he was just like, and I can't do the accent because I will refuse.
Yeah, and you should. Yes, you should not do that.
And because of my conviction, I won't do it. And he was just like, you know what was weird? He's like, the clothes are obviously better in South Korea because nicer fabrics and stuff, and just more fashion. And he's like, but I would say the dogs wearing clothes was the biggest culture shock. I wasn't used to seeing dogs in clothes. And I think what he was getting at is like, even the dogs wear nicer clothing than we do in North Korea.
That's so sad.
Isn't that sad?
I hate that.
Isn't that sad that the dogs in North Korea can't wear clothing?
Oh, they're so cold.
That's a law.
That's what you're taking out of it is those dogs are cold. That's a law. They can't wear clothes.
Those poor naked dogs.
Oh, they're all naked.
Yeah.
Fiona's naked. Our dog's naked.
Yeah, but she's a savage.
She'll rip those clothes to pieces.
Just every time we put clothes on her, she's like, I don't want them. Mom.
I don't want. Actually, she does like clothes. She's cool with clothes.
Oh, really?
She doesn't like it on her stuff on her head.
Oh, that's right.
She doesn't like anything over. She's just not a hat. She's like, I don't have the face for it. That's what she's always saying.
I'm such a winter.
And I said, you just gotta find the right hat, baby. You'd find that right hat, you'd be right as rain.
Yeah.
Maybe a rain hat.
If we need to get her a good trucker hat, I think that would work.
She would kill a trucker hat.
Yeah.
Von Dutch era, she would be all over that.
What does that mean?
The Von Dutch trucker hats, that was a big thing back in the
Is that
early
like
aughts.
the Ashton Kutcher hats?
Yes.
I've never heard of Von Dutch.
It's like the specific brand. They had Von Dutch on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it like a fashion brand or was it it wasn't like
Yes.
Carhartt where it's like, we're for the working man.
No, it was like a fashion brand.
Oh.
I know.
I feel like I wouldn't.
If you saw
that feels a little
Picky,
inauthentic to me.
You would maybe. Oh, because it's trucker? Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course.
Man, I really thought Ashton Kutcher was very authentic.
I think he wore a variety of trucker hats. I don't think it was like.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't all Von Dutch?
No, it wasn't all Von Dutch.
Oh, okay.
He might have just worn like John Deere hats, and then Von Dutch made a trucker type hat.
I'm imagining Von Dutch hats are like they're the shape of trucker hats, but then they're like bejeweled. It has like not juicy, but like slut.
Honestly, kinda. It doesn't say slut on it, but wait, that's not. I have to show you now.
Okay, yeah, pull it up.
I'm gonna pull it on.
Pull it up on my iPhone. We're not gonna be able to show this to anybody, but.
And you know what? But
I'll describe it to a T.
All right.
To a T.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my God. Is that Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, it is. That was like a big thing back in the day. Like people were wearing it. So just had that circle. It just said Von Dutch.
Oh, so it's just their logo stitched onto the hat.
That's exactly right.
I've never seen that hat.
Oh
in
my
my
God,
life.
that was like a big deal for a minute.
Never heard of it. Never seen it.
Yeah, I mean,
were those on TRL? Because maybe that's why I missed it.
Probably.
I never watched TRL.
I mean, I don't think that's primarily where the Von Dutch hats were.
No.
No, I just think people were just wearing them for a minute. I don't know.
How much did a Von Dutch hat go for?
They were expensive. I mean, if I'm just having this pulled up.
Yeah. Oh, bless you.
Thank you. If Fashion Nova is doing a knockoff for $27.99, but if you go to this Von Dutch Culture King's website, it's like $90.
Oh, really?
I think they were charging like a pretty substantial fee
penny.
for them. Yeah, because like celebrities were wearing them.
Yeah. That's the thing about like fashion is like if you
Yeah.
can get some people with money to start wearing them,
Yeah.
then, you know, like
Yeah.
we just assume like, oh, people with money have good taste.
Exactly.
So if they're wearing them, then of course we're going to wear them.
Like, let's look at their here, world famous trucker hats. Yeah, see, look, $89 if you go to their website.
Oh, wow. And that's today.
That's today money.
Who's buying Von Dutch hats today?
Honestly, I do not know.
For $100.
But some of these are sold out, but
Yeah.
I would not be there. I saw heard a documentary about them and how they were just someone just like threw the logo on some hats and just to see, you know, like, because once you get celebrity backing on something, things will take off regardless of what it looks like.
Yeah. It's honestly, there's a part of me that really appreciates the honesty of the business model.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of business models operate on like, you know, we provide the best product with the great service at a decent price.
Right.
And that, but it's like, no, you're friends with people who run the distribution chain and, you know, like they like you guys and it works well enough. And so you're the one that's in the stores, like, and people buy them because, there's only 3 of these. So, okay.
I know.
Whereas this is just like, hey, people, if I can convince enough people that of authority to fuck with me, like, that's it. That's
right.
all. It's very much like just getting a lot of people on board and then just being like, isn't that great? Everybody else who just wants to be told how things work.
Yeah.
You know, I love that.
Sheep.
Can you give me your best?
Don't have a mind of your own. What is it? Your
best buy. That's good. That's gonna
be
catch
too much.
real well. Can you give me?
It sounds like Matthew McConaughey. Bah.
Can you give me what would a German sheep sound like?
Bah. Nope.
Bah, yeah.
That's Swedish.
Oh, is that right?
That's more Swedish.
I always mix up German with Swedish. I feel like
they're both
some overlap.
They're both within the same area. What is that? You know.
What's what?
Aryan race.
Oh.
Can't
post this now. You drop the A-bomb.
That's not a different one. Different A-bomb.
I think you just mean like, how about Germanic maybe? Or
there was another. It's not Scandinavian.
Okay.
Scandinavian is actually what I was looking for.
But Germany's not in Scandinavia, right?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is, and we're not going to Google it.
We're not going to Google it.
No.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure that's correct.
I think it's so
but
funny.
That's what I envision.
I think it's really interesting how we look at Europe, right? And you look at all these different countries in Europe, and all of the countries are like, we have a distinct national identity and we have culture, and they're, you know, like Italians like and then French are like
wow, you really get it.
And
you
then
really
Germans are like
culture.
yeah, you know, and then and so but I think it's funny how, like, you know, you've got all these different cultures in like a small, in a very like small piece of land compared to like the United States, right? And you know, there are different cultures across the United States, but we don't think of them as different nationalities, right? Because they're states,
right?
But I almost wonder, like, wouldn't that be interesting if like that is how it worked in the United States, where like rednecks, like they were their own country, like, come get some redneck food. Y'all, and
would they classify themselves as rednecks?
Like, this is redneckia.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. That sounds real good.
Or the, you know, the United Waspdom, you know, for like waspy people.
But this isn't
George.
each state. Like, each state's going to vary. Like, you can't say that for everyone within
But there are regional dialects.
So are we
right? There
regioning
are
it
regional-
off?
I think
for-
you'd have to, because a lot of these cultural differences across our country are not necessarily divided on state line alone. It's
for
more,
sure.
It's more like a grouping of states generally have a large demographic of certain types of people.
Yes. Yes.
But I just think that's interesting. Like if we had been really the only difference between why these are different countries and different nationalities and versus us is really just our time in history. And if we had all independently developed in the United States instead of stealing it from the Native Americans, we hot take hot take in 2024. It's like if they had developed simultaneously and we had if we were already if all these different cultures were already here and developed side by side in Europe, it would have been there would have been a lot more baked in, isolated national identities in the little regions. Whereas I think those cultural differences to a certain, obviously there's a division there because of language, but when you think about accent or certain ways of doing things or certain types of preferred cuisine, it's I do think that there are almost as many cultural divisions between the different regions of the United States as there maybe are in Europe, right?
Yeah, there's a lot.
We just don't think about them like that.
No.
I think that's profound.
No. Wow. Did you just call yourself profound?
I think the thought that I just had is interesting.
Okay.
I'll roll back the profound.
All right.
I'll roll it back. Yes,
I don't think.
it's profound.
I was I don't think you want to roll it back. I think roll it forward.
I think it's an interesting
Own
idea.
it.
I think it's an interesting idea. That's all I'll say. It's
I get it. It is. I think that the U.S. is obviously, you have such a variation in cultures, not even just with those born here, but those who have come over here, and just how it's been integrated in our culture within food and music and just, I don't know, agriculture. There's so many different aspects, and obviously every place is going to be different based on demographics, but and we're such a big country.
Yeah.
We're really, really big, and there's just a lot going on.
Maybe that's what we need. Oh my God.
What?
I'm just figuring out every problem right now.
Great.
We need our own, because we're going to have a civil war if we don't do something.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's coming. Why don't we have our own Olympics? That's just way more badass, right? And it can be, here's what it is.
The U.S. Olympics?
It can be the U.S. Olympics, and it's all just our favorite sports.
Yeah.
It's just little tastes, like a buffet. It's just like a little baseball, a little basketball, little soccer, little football, but also whatever. Fuck that shit.
Little pickleball.
Little pickleball.
Y'all love you some pickleball. You love you some pickles.
You love pickles.
You love pickles.
And then we could sell pickles at the pickleball games.
On board.
Right? Or maybe croquet.
Yeah.
Although that's a European sport.
We can do whatever we want.
We could do pool, bowling.
Yeah.
American Olympics.
Honestly, I think a lot of these you'd be surprised are in the Olympics.
And it could be by state.
Yeah.
Every state has a team.
Yeah.
And they all compete.
It is, yeah, it does sound.
And whoever wins the U.S. Olympics, that's how then they become the president.
I don't know if it would. All right. Awful idea. Really, really bad idea. But we already have U.S. sports teams that people align themselves with.
Yeah, but they're commercial teams. It's like the Boston Celtics. It's like
that's from the area.
It's by city though. It's not. They're not representative of their whole state.
Yeah.
It's not, and it's also not like
You think it needs to be a larger portion represented?
There needs to be more like a more of a not national identity, but like a state identity around it.
Okay.
Which is kind of why I think, we are so interested in like sports, with like basketball, because that's what they do. Because it's all, university based, but it's usually public universities in a state, it's like the one big one.
Yeah.
Two in our case in Kentucky. But I think I'm on something.
You just fixed everything.
I just fixed everything.
It's pretty impressive how you've just come up with these solutions on the fly.
How do we make every problem go away? Another show.
More shows. Distract yourselves.
Not enough shows.
Let's not fix anything. Just look over here.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
Speaking of shows, we saw or do you want to talk more? We figured out we don't have anything more to say about the Olympics.
I'm done with it. I didn't even need it in the first place.
You got it, right?
I got it.
Yeah. Did you have anything to say about it?
No. And I'd prefer not to talk about it at all, actually.
Okay.
I'm just not a big Olympic girly.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'm also not a big Olympic girly. Mm-hmm. Because it's boring.
It was boring to me.
I don't know how people think that's interesting.
I can't stay engaged with it. And it is like the athleticism that you need is I know people have gone to extreme lengths to train and do all that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch it.
When I was a kid, I was at my grandpa's house and the Olympics were on. I'd be like, "Kate, can you put back on Young and the Restless?"
Put anything else on. Yes, I'd rather watch that.
I'm already watching just the most awful stuff for an 8-year-old to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can we get more Jerry Springer?
See, I also say that, but sometimes I can, if it's on and like there's nothing else on, I will watch it.
Yeah.
Like I think the gymnastics part is interesting just to see people do like flippies and stuff. That's fun.
Flippies.
And but I just don't, it's not
Train their
something
whole
I could
life to
just,
do that.
exactly, I'm like, flippies. Yeah, it's just completely reduce what they're doing and all of their hard work and effort. But it's just hard for me to stay engaged.
Yeah, I get it. I totally agree.
Yes.
It's, I mean, and that's not coming from someone who doesn't really watch sports.
Yeah.
I just gave you that idea. I wouldn't watch any of it.
I just gave you that idea. Listen, dang it.
Y'all can have that
I have
one.
to be honest with myself and everyone around me.
Okay. So, well, all right. So we can move on.
We did it.
So, okay. Well, then let's talk about something that people really care about. We saw that new Deadpool movie.
Hey.
What did you think of that?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. My biggest thing, as I've told you, is I know the fourth wall breaking, like being meta, like aware of itself thing is integral to the Deadpool franchise, but it just felt like a lot to me. There was just, there were some moments when I was like, okay, we get it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I felt like it was kind of pushed a little too hard. Yeah. And honestly, like another portion that was distracting is whenever there was a emotional moment. Yeah. I was like, this feels disingenuous for the tone of this movie, even though it just...
Like when Deadpool had his like family, he was like, my family.
Yeah, I did not feel at all connected to him. Yeah. It's like, listen. I'm like, no.
Like, dude, you have a weird relationship. Your ex-girlfriend is coming over to your house still.
Yeah.
And we're like supposed to think like, see, that's what this movie came out in 2024. Yeah. And we're still pushing this narrative of like, hey guy, if you just be a good dude, you can get your ex back. What?
I know.
What are you talking about?
That's the whole thing. Like, she wasn't with him because she's like, you just don't stand for anything. What? Like, there's so many more issues with this fucking dude than just that.
Let me ask you, how many women have broken up with a dude because like he just doesn't seem like he cares enough about the world?
That's literally never happened.
Never
happened one time.
It's never happened one time. I guarantee you it's been the excuse so many times.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that you hear. Like,
I
just it's not passionate.
I just want you to care something bigger than yourself.
And then he's like, oh, if I just be passionate about it. So she's like, no, she actually just didn't like you.
Yes.
And was trying to let you down easy, and you're focusing on the wrong thing.
So weird. It was so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that actress though. That plays the girlfriend. I think she's gorgeous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Not for you?
She's fine.
Wow, I think she's so beautiful. Wow. Adam loves to do that. And I'm like, oh my God, so pretty. And then he goes, mid. Like, oh, so
she's gorgeous. And, I mean, here's what it is like I think you're a lot more into that like Catherine Zeta-Jones kind of gal.
I do.
With like
I am.
The slender eyebrows, with like the ooh.
You're really really painting the picture.
Like like a Megan Fox, where it's just like it's all about
it's like the
posh eyes,
What is it called? They like siren's eyes, I think they call them.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up too and show you.
Did you know that I just found out that Blake Lively was the lady Deadpool? Spoiler alert.
Oh, that makes sense.
But
makes sense why they would do that.
There's something I wanted to share with you about that movie.
Yes. Is it going to spoil the whole movie?
No, it won't at all. Yeah. That's totally it.
Siren eyes.
Siren eyes. Yeah, you like those siren eyes. You basically have the same taste in women as Sean Connery, is what I'm saying.
Sean and I are definitely on the same page with women.
Ooh, that's so weird.
Not many things.
That's so
weird.
Huh?
Also not with women in general.
Yeah, he's got some problems.
Yeah.
So interesting to be like, hey, Sean. Like, what? Like when you think of Sean Connery.
Yeah, you can't call him just Sean. That's really weird.
Yeah, because when I think of Sean, I think of like guys that like I grew up with who are now working at like Valvoline.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's Sean.
Yeah.
He's,
oh, that's Sean.
He's doing his best. Not James Bond.
Wow. I guess you don't know a lot of like super successful Seans. Not that Valvoline is a bad job to work at, but I feel like there's an implication here that you're giving.
Jeremy Roberts.
Yeah. Sorry.
I love you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I just like that. Just sounds like a name of like that doesn't sound like a cool person's name.
I see what you're saying. It sounds. It just sounds very regular.
Sean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also saying,
like Sean is a.
Sean's just
manager.
like our dude. Sean's like he's just like your regular guy friend.
Yeah, it's like I don't really know much about him, but he is at poker night every month.
Yeah.
It's Sean.
Yeah, not Sean.
And he's only won like once.
I'm trying to do a Sean Connery.
That's pretty good. Yeah. What's the question?
I feel the way I always think about it is because I had a friend who'd say it's like, you'd say mustache and shaving.
Mustache.
I must ask you a question, but I'm shaving it for later. That's my Sean Connery. I can only say that one sentence.
I like that a lot. Mustache. That's pretty good.
Shaving it for later.
I can't think of. I want to do a line of his from The Rock, but I can't think of a Rock line.
We are in a jail.
Warmark. Son of a bitch, Warmark.
You're playing both sides. That's from.
You're my daughter.
Oh, no.
I want to have a relationship with you if I don't die in the next 42 hours.
He doesn't say that.
No, he doesn't. He implies it, though.
He's implied.
And then back.
Doesn't he have a little ponytail in that movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he has that long hair because he's been in prison.
Oh, right, because of the prison.
Yeah.
What am I going to get out of this?
Honestly, that was Ed Harris's biggest problem is they set that whole thing up at Alcatraz, right?
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be the prison that you never escape from. But except for Sean Connery, who's the one guy who escaped from Alcatraz, right? That's the whole thing. how about do it at the fucking prison that he was at that he didn't get out of?
Yeah, where he was still. Yeah, where they kept him.
He's like, we should have done this here.
You're like, damn, dang it.
Oh, well, it's a real prison.
Oh, next time. For next time.
We'll remember that next time.
We'll remember that next time.
Yeah. If that movie were still relevant, that'd make a great bet.
Yes, yes. No one's talking about it anymore.
Anyway, Deadpool. So I saw something that I think is warrants discussion, and we're really gonna stir the pot here.
Please stir it up.
So I saw this video is going viral of this couple who they were very serious, super stern. It's mostly the lady of the couple, and then the guy is like sitting on the couch next to her, just looking like, yeah, like I'm also angry about this. But she basically just like, we went to the new Deadpool movie and we walked out after 25 minutes because the language of that movie is very blasphemous and disrespectful to our Lord Jesus Christ. Oh no. And we just would not tolerate it. And it's like going viral. Like everyone's like, "Oh my," and they're just getting roasted. They're just getting roasted in the comments because, like, shut the fuck up.
Because you can just not go.
Well, it's like, and to be fair, they did decide to not continue.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's fine.
They left.
Right. They left. And I'm like, what? And I'm like going through my head. I'm like, what even was said that would have been considered?
Oh my, so much.
Well,
but you mean related to Jesus.
Specifically.
Right. Oh, right.
And I realized like, I bet you they're referring to the part where he says he's Marvel Jesus.
Oh,
that's the only thing
Marvel
I can think
Jesus.
Of. And that would have been about 25 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
When they're setting up.
I love how
movie.
There's so many things that they would look past that were just like, I mean.
Oh, you mean the part where he's murdering people with pieces of skeleton?
You mean when he takes somebody's dead skeleton and just shoves it in people's assholes? And
how about the one where that guy had his like skin removed and then his innards just plopped like Jell-O?
I think they left before seeing that.
Yeah, you're right.
That was later in the movie.
Scene.
But
they would have been fine with that, though, right?
They probably would have been like, well, as long as
I can suspend my disbelief for that.
Bring Jesus into this, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, I really wanted to like, and I can't do it because you just have to disengage. Because here's the thing, like you start like commenting on that, and being like like making fun of them or like being like you guys are wrong for feeling the way you feel.
Yeah.
Like, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
Yeah.
We're gonna double down.
Yeah.
And be like
well, you don't. Bud. Yeah, and it's gonna make there. It's like even furthering the point of like, we're different than you. You don't get it. You're not part of this.
Right.
Because if you get it, you wouldn't feel this way.
And that's all they want is they want to feel like they're victims.
Yeah.
Them,
we know.
Being those two very specific people and not a comment about that demographic at large.
We're just making observations here. We're just talking about a single situation. You can use whatever your imagination comes to.
Yeah. So it's like, you just kind of have to let them
it's hard
the way they feel about it.
To be honest with you, I've been really working on myself and doing a better job of, regardless of how ridiculous I feel a certain belief system is, or just like this doesn't make any sense, as long as you're being respectful. Like for them, they understood they thought it was blasphemous. They had their own opinions about it, but they kept it to their own, within their control of what they wanted to do in that moment by leaving. So I don't know anything else that happened in their interview.
Yeah.
But if you're making those choices for you, just continue on and do that, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. My issue is when you feel like you have the right to tell other people how to live their lives.
Right.
Based on your way of thinking and way of life and belief system.
Right. But and that leads me to the next question, which is like, well, is that not why they recorded the video in the first place? Is to tell people that this is not okay with what
100%
in this stupid movie?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's really it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
There's so many moments in that movie. I'm like, what? Okay, guys. All right.
Did you? It's like you should have seen. You should have stayed for the rest of the movie.
Did they not see any of the other Deadpool movies? Like,
yeah.
Do you know the tone of those films? Come on.
Yeah. Right. There's a lot of homosexuality in that.
Yes.
Movie, kind of.
Oh my
Some
God.
implied,
yes. Right? Definitely not heterosexual. I'll tell you right now.
Definitely not.
Deadpool's a little bit of a freak.
Yeah, it is a freak for sure. So I just, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Some people just want to complain about shit.
Some people.
Listen. Some of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some people like to complain.
And those people are totally entitled to their
and
opinion.
that's just fine. Yeah. As are we all.
Mm-hmm. Hey, can you tell me a joke really quick?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Pineapple.
Pineapple who?
I don't know anybody named Pineapple. Oh, I was like, I can't think of a joke, and I didn't even have a knock knock joke prepared.
I thought it was pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was angry. You're like, Pineapple who? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I made you the fool.
I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
Thank you.
Call me a fool over here being a fan of your work.
I'm calling you a fool.
Wow.
Because if you're a fan of my work, you're a little bit of a fool.
Wow. What does that say about you and your work?
That I'm a little foolish.
I'm a little foolish.
I'm a little foolish. So fools really are into it.
I'm not a fool, but I'm foolish.
But I'm foolish. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sweet. I like that.
Thanks.
Well, is there anything you want to get out on the board here?
I'm getting a tattoo.
I feel like I'm like really hogging up the series of discussion points here.
That's funny. You just asked me the question, I answered it, and then you continued on.
Well, I know, but I'm just
why you're hogging it.
I know, but I need everyone to know why I'm asking
No,
it.
don't let him know. Don't let him know. No. I'm getting a tattoo.
So you're getting tattooed. Oh, that's so cute. What kind of tattoo are you getting?
I'm going to get a little ghosty poo.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a little pumpkin.
Oh, that's cute.
And I'm going to get a little anchor.
Oh, you're doing the anchor too?
I'm doing the anchor. I'm getting 3.
Oh, wow.
I'm just getting little ditties.
Oh, that's so fun.
I know. It's been so long since I've gotten a tattoo.
Where are you getting them at?
No,
I mean like on your body, not like where.
Oh, on my arm.
What location are you going to?
Yeah.
Yeah, on your arm?
On my arm.
Are they all in the same spot? Or?
No, 2 are in... I'm still... I have to see how small they are, because I actually don't really know what the size is of the tattoos, but... Yeah. I'm going to get one on, like, next to my other little pea pod tattoo that I got. Yeah. And then one on my inner, I don't even know what this is called, by your little creasy.
It's your bicep.
I guess it is my bicep. Oh, shit. That's what it is. It's, like, on my upper bicep, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
So, it's going to be cute.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
I also thought it was great.
Did you ever use those coupons that my mom gave you for that place that she thought was in her hometown, but was actually like 3 hours
I still
away?
have them. I still have them. Actually, I don't know. Do I have them?
She was like, did she ever use them coupons?
Yeah.
I
No.
have no idea.
I mean, I haven't. I don't know what I would get. I mean, I'm getting these all impulsively because they're little, and I didn't come up with the ideas. They're just like stenciled.
Really?
And they're cheap.
Yeah.
Just cute little.
What's a cheap tattoo?
Oh my! I mean, it depends on. Yeah, that's really cheap. It depends on how big it is. Like, it's really, like, you can't just look at it's the value of the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it just depends, and you can't. How much are the ones I'm getting?
Yeah.
So there's a little deal. It's 1 for $20, 2 for $30, 3 for $40. So I'm getting 3.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So really, it does end up being like almost like even less than 15 a piece.
That's right.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I know.
Okay. Well, that's great.
I know. They're little teeny tats. So we'll have to see how teeny they are. Because I'm picturing it's like teeny, like the size of what I have on the side of my wrist. But we'll see.
Oh.
I know.
Do you get weird? Do people ever like try to like touch your tattoo in public? Like when you're talking, like if you say you're at a bar and you're meeting someone you don't really know that well, and they're small talking the tats. Do they try to touch your
You know, not really me, because all of the tattoos that show are really small.
Okay.
Like, I don't have any really intricate tattoos that you can see. So no one's touching me.
So you think if it were a sleeve, it might you might be more likely to
yes. Absolutely. But the thing I did get a lot, I've seen, I mean, not as much now, but I feel like in the early 2010s, not 2010s, 2010s. Oh God. It was a lot of like, how much did you...
We old.
Yeah, we old. I'm like... Oh no. Well, that is fun. Well, that is a hoot and a half.
Do you want to press it?
No, not yet. I'll do it. I'll do it when I feel it's time.
At your leisure.
But people always felt so, I don't know, just so comfortable asking how much you'd pay for shit, which I think is so incredibly rude to say, how much you pay for that? Because they'd only ask that to then say that you paid too much.
I literally just asked you that.
Yeah, but you were asking me how much a tattoo costs.
Right, but what I was getting at was how much did you pay? Are you paying for those tattoos? I wanted to know how much your cost.
But this is a very different, because I just told you I'm getting tattoos and you're like, oh shit, what are you getting? Like this is, it's not like you're a stranger pointing at my body saying, how much did you pay for that?
That's true, because I know you.
And the reason, exactly, and the reason they do that is so they can tell you that you paid too much. I know, I got this guy who in his basement down the street, I gave him $5. Like, it's always some...
I let him touch my tit and he...
Yeah. Oh my God. I knew a girl in high school who showed her tits to a tattooed artist to get tattooed because she was underage.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a lot of questionable activity happening in that story.
Was it just a discount or was it...
I don't know. I think she had money. She had money to pay. I don't know if it was like...
to do it, really.
Well, I don't know, but she showed him her tits. I just know that was part of it, and she was getting tatted or something.
There's a lot to unpack.
I know. I only have part of the story because it was so long ago, and I don't really remember the details that well.
Can we get a hold of her? I want to.
No, we certainly. I want
to interview her.
She was a lot. She was like, I can't remember where she was from, but I can't remember what country she was from.
Oh, she wasn't from here?
She wasn't from here, and I think she was like sent over here.
What is
by
that
like
mean?
her
by
family, by her family to be like, you can't act right.
Oh,
like because it was on boarding school.
So they sent her to like one of the most like debaucherous countries where like,
I know
crazy shit happens.
Right. It's so I don't really know what this. I don't remember it. Like very limited memory of all of it. So
what if we make contact with her?
Yeah.
And she's just covered in tats.
She probably is.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we were. I think she was like 15.
I can tell by
16
your tats
maybe.
how many people you've shown your tits to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think there was probably a time maybe she calmed it down. I would assume
22.
I don't even remember what her name was. Maybe Alana.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think that's right. Could be. I shouldn't be naming people on this.
Dropping
names.
She didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. Well,
the tattoo artist.
The tattoo artist is definitely the villain in this, but she was. There's a lot going on. I don't know. We weren't that close.
Would you ever show your tits for her?
No.
Discount on tattoo?
No.
What about full price? 100% off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everyone's got a price.
Everybody's got a price, and mine is 100% of that price.
Mine is full price.
Full price of all the price. Then yes.
Yeah, I would too, I think.
If you're like 10% off, I'd be like, that's fine. You're disgusting. They're like, what about for free? And I'm like, all right.
It's kind of fucked up, really, to think like, oh, you show me your tits, and then you start getting like different answers on what the discount is. Yeah. It's like, ooh, 30%.
We're like, oh, what? 15 maybe.
5 maybe. 5%.
That would be messed up. And it's too late. I've already shown them.
Yeah.
So,
well, the only way you would find out is if you're like, trading notes with other girls who have shown their tits for a discount.
yeah, there'd have to be.
Tattoos.
Oh my God.
Which I am.
What a community.
I would not. It would make sense that those gals are, in the same circles. They probably are having those conversations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is why, again, I've always advocated for being transparent about how much you make with coworkers.
I know we need to be talking about that, but it's
Coordinate
honestly
your
for me, it's more of
tits.
shame of like, it would be like, I think we think that it's like, I don't want to make anyone feel bad or I'm embarrassed because I don't know. And it's all the culture of, and it works against us. But if we have a discussion about it, then we can all just be like, what the hell? You've been here how long?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We should all be talking about that more, though.
Yeah.
So we can...
We talk about our income, and we talk about our discount on tats based on our tits being shown.
But it does change your opinion about people once they tell you their income, doesn't it? And that's another thing, because it does. When you find out someone's making more than you, you're like, oh... Yeah. If they're making less, you're like, oh, I thought you'd be making more than me. And now I have a different opinion of you. Now I'm above you because I make more than you. So that's why people don't talk about it.
Well, but it's like, it doesn't make me, for me personally, it doesn't make me mad towards that person. It makes me mad towards the people who employ me.
Right. You're mad at your people.
And myself.
Yes. Like, why am I not ahead?
Settling for that amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on that note.
This was the best investment you could have made.
I know, right? Yeah.
Not the appropriate one. I can't see what's what. Can I just press another one?
Yeah.
Very fun.
All right, you want to call it?
Yeah, I'm going to call it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great one.